following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Wonderful. We're going. I'm getting a waveform return.
Okay, so you're all still at dinner. I'm going to zoom to Tiala first because I had an interaction between her and Zalo's parents. I was going to do them in the second half of last week, and then I realised I didn't have the notes on my laptop yet, so I'm going to start them off
That
here.
explains why you never got a whole conversation.
No, that's why I said. No, I did say to you that I didn't get a whole conversation because we're going to save it for this week.
So yeah, so
He's a good
Tiala's
boy, and now you're with ship mom.
chatting with Zalo's parents. And Zalo's mother's like, little Zalo, when he was 10 years old, he had a little rare excursion out of the bubble he was in, and he stole some tools from a passing engineer and smuggled them into the bubble with him. That's when I think he first started really learning liking how to use tools.
And the Korean trait of thievery.
But what was he pulling apart in the bubble?
The bubble. He used the tools to escape, and then he used them to free his little friend Vala as well.
Fucking Tommy
Oh,
Pickles.
hold on. He didn't
He
just.
wanted to hold hands with her. He was such a little sweetie.
Is this true, Brendan?
This is true. But then they both got sick.
Oh, faded.
Which isn't surprising.
Eventually, we found footage on the cameras of little Zalo's breakout.
Explains a lot, actually.
We had to separate them. He kept trying to find ways to hang out with his little friend.
So what does she do now?
Oh, she's an engineer as well on the ship.
Which one?
The test rayer.
Yep.
She helps keep all the systems in check.
And making sure other Quarians don't try and escape from their bubbles and.
And then there was the time that there was a Krogan visiting the ship, and Zalo saw him, and he was like, he thought the monster was going to eat him. Because there was a big monster on the ship. You remember that, Zalo?
I remember that.
And he curled into a ball, and we couldn't get him to uncurl. I had to get his father, who was managing the bridge, in to get him out of his little huddle ball.
In his ball.
Gorak ended up being a good guy.
Yes, they become good friends later on. He didn't eat you after all.
No.
No, they normally like them a bit bigger.
And then Gold's just like, gives me gas.
Yeah, it's all that air in the bubble.
You don't understand Quarians are
What else can I tell them about you, Zalo?
Oh god, Matt, why?
Well, he used to go around and he used to take different colored scarves and clothing and rags and stuff, and then try and pass himself off as another Quarian.
It's a mistake.
How well did that go?
Oh, I mean, the problem was that he had this little problem that he kept on trying to use a different voice so people wouldn't recognize who he was.
But I always used the same voice.
Yes, he didn't change up his voice for different outfits and colors. He would just use the same voice. You're still using that voice.
Yeah. It's better out here. Engineering got really mad at me stealing their paints all the time too.
I wonder why.
Well, they weren't using them much.
So we like to experiment a lot, I'm guessing, as a young child.
Oh yes, yes. In fact, he thought he could become the greatest Quarian actor at one point.
Oh no.
He thought he could repair Citadel and Flotilla relations by becoming this great thespian.
I think I have to leave.
What was his stage name then?
He never got that far.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So was he.
This explains the medical skill. Yes, it's I.
Dr.
We were very proud of his attempts, but
Yeah. I try not to remember those times.
Sam, why does your mother hate you so much?
It's alright, he likes to experiment as well nowadays, just in a bigger lab.
Meaning laboratory, not Labrador.
well, now he's very handy. He's very handy with fixing things, my little Salo. In fact, when he was on the stage once, somebody who was booing him threw a broken wrench at him, and he just picked it up and fixed it, and then threw it back. That man died.
He interrupted me in the main part. I mean, I did forget most of my lines, but you know.
So, not much change now.
Goes quiet.
All I've got is a big grin on my face.
Hey, that trying to look cool paid off when I tricked that contact and she thought I was a cool bounty hunting guy. Wait, I am a cool bounty hunter. Damn it!
Did he tell you how he actually was a big help finding the informant for this?
For what? For the...
Finding the star.
Oh, for finding the... You were the one who helped track down the person behind it?
Yeah, I was just poking around, you know.
He scoured all kinds of media just to find what he needed.
Oh, I'm very proud of you, Zalo.
Looks
Using your
down.
initiative and your know-how with the extranet in order to hunt down various bad criminals.
No corner was...
No crack left unfilled.
All the nooks, every cranny.
Every crack was filled. Every cranny was searched.
Just so many cracks.
Just like your father. Are you okay, Mr. Yava?
Yeah, fine.
Would you like a drink of water?
I'm good.
It's been a deep look to squint at the other.
And Dad's being awful quiet during this humiliation of his son.
He knows when he's needed.
I still remember my days on Hull Detail, shooting my goo into the cracks, sealing all the cracks up. You couldn't stop me pumping my goo into cracks. That's about when you came along. And your brother? What is there? Are there any other relatives? Oh, Scott.
That's right. So do you have any other... Does he have any siblings?
No, I mean, it's very rare for Quarians to have any brothers or sisters because resources are so scarce on the flotilla.
Sorry.
Quite often, you can only have one child, and sometimes, if a lot of people have had children recently, you can't even have one at all until numbers go down again.
That must be tough.
It can be. It would be nice to have a little brother or sister for Zalo, but
So
the needs must.
So bringing more ships back to the fleet is a major boon, is it?
Oh, absolutely. Especially for young Quarians coming back who've earned the right to captaincy after their pilgrimage. And, I mean, there's only so many ships out there, so you can only have so many captains. But
Captain Mom.
I don't know if little Zalo wanted to ever be a captain, but
I think
he seemed
I'm
more of
okay.
an engineer.
As long as he's not the pilot, it's fine, probably.
Why, what's wrong with him being the pilot?
My
He's
ja-
a good pilot, aren't you, Zalo?
Yeah. I mean, we're a good part. Never crashed any ship.
Hey, get back into that other ship in the flotilla.
My son is acting sus.
Yes, he's a very good boy.
It is time to press the button for Admiralty board.
So how long are you out here for?
Oh, we will go back after the ceremony tomorrow. Didn't want to. Unfortunately, it would be nice to stay, but I have to get back to ship, and you know,
Being a
it
captain,
costs money to stay in expensive Asari hotel.
yes.
Looks at Zardoz.
You think a big war amazing hero mercenary guy could afford it?
I didn't get to that part yet, but actually, do you think our hotel would have another room available? I thought, you know, if it's their only time in a while out of the fleet, I could put them up with us.
If you give them a quick call and find out.
Oh, well, I'll sort that out now and fade away from the table.
Now's the time to ask the super embarrassing questions.
Ask for the photos.
Or the videos.
Here's little Zalo, and here's little Zalo
And here's little Zalo naked on a rug
In the bubble.
in a bubble. A lot of bubble pictures.
Oh, look at him.
He was easier to pin down for pictures then.
Bubble boy.
I just imagine like the creche nursery thing just being the sound of like.
Oh, here's some video of him practicing his little plays.
Definitely want these for our team building exercises.
It is very cringe and awkward.
Just
So it's a
actually the
school
word.
play then. Yeah. We've all been there.
Are you sharing or
His
recording
voice
any of
breaks.
this?
I've got.
He's a
I
little
don't
light
have recording on my device, but I'm, trying to. Yeah, Morse code into Rosa just because I won't harass him because he's busy. Rosa's thing's probably going beep 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 beep.
I must go. Tiala needs me. Meanwhile, at Tiala's table, leaning across the back of the chair, it's just, oh my
Like,
god.
meanwhile, she's
He was
already
so
there. Diala? Diala?
Oh, he was so cute. What happened?
The dark days.
Let's wait. I'll get you to roll a luck roll. Roll a luck roll to see how lucky you are about getting your parents another room, or whether they're all full up.
Don't choke.
Well, 9?
I thought fours were allowed on a luck roll.
Oh, our fours allowed on a luck roll?
No, but it's bad luck anyway. There is currently no spare room.
So you invite them to stay in yours.
Here's a captain.
I think I just gave him my room.
Welcome to the Sentinel.
Oh, you're going to go to the Sentinel.
Well, maybe. I could. Yeah, it would be better than using their place.
Sleep on the couch.
Man, when the terrorist blows up our apartments, they're just going to get a bunch of people we don't want around anymore. And Tiala, I guess.
Tiala again. Was that for the whole hotel or just like the fancy area we're in?
that's for that hotel. There's
Okay.
no rooms. Well, it is a fancy. There are no lower class rooms in this place, really. Like,
Blue Velvet. It's a hotel named after a theme track from Dragon Ball.
there's just swanky and very swanky.
Yeah, I'll come back to the table.
And they're spending way too much on us. I'm deeply concerned at this.
Pa, take this. I'll give it my key card.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
what's this?
So it's a key to your room.
There's no booze in it though.
But this is a key for this hotel.
Yeah. You can stay here tonight.
Oh, that's very thoughtful. We wouldn't want to put you out.
We're not in the hotel.
Yeah, we're not. Despite
Well, you're not
all your
currently
attempts at jamming us there.
Oh, I just realized something terrible.
I assume he just went to the
Dogs
next
don't necessarily have the ability to consent. Yeah, we know, dude.
Rosa's friend potentially did something in my room.
You don't know that.
I don't know that, and I've given the key to my parents.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Horny rover friend pranks.
So the baked beans in their bed are.
I can't
Go-
wait for the
going
cum
to-
bomb to go off. You know, like people used to do in the Burger King bathroom. Apparently, because that shit got everywhere.
Spider-Man. It was Spider-Man. It was Spider-Man. Spider-Man was on the bed.
You must tell yourself that since you have to clean
It
it.
was Spider. That's exactly what happened. It was Spider-Man. Damn it!
I've been wanting to sleep on the Sentinel again. Anyway, now that it's my home ship.
Oh, that's right. You now are Vas Sentinel. Hmm?
It's a good ship. It's quite fast.
You of course realize that, as far as the rest of the fleet goes, you are still fascinators, but
Yeah, I understand.
I'm sure, given the circumstances, I can have a word with the admiral.
No, just leave it be.
Tiala's curiosity boils
But
with it.
you're a big
I'm not gonna ask a
galaxy-wide
question.
hero.
It's probably for the best that I stay away for a while anyway.
If that's your wish,
But I'm still hoping to help the fleet. We have a ship we were hoping we could sell to, well, you.
a ship for us?
Yeah, you could probably use it to get back. It's a big Krogan unit.
Show them.
Oh yeah, I can show you in person a little later, but I'll bring it up on the Omni tour.
Oh, a lot of storage on one of those.
Yeah,
Good armor too.
and with a little bit of steel, you can work around the defensive problems it has. It might be beneficial too. It was the ship that the Blood Pack were using when they stole the star. So like there's that.
Oh, it has significant historical value.
At least it's not phony baloney made up historical.
I'll send you a message. That's what you should rename the ship. Something to do with the star. Because you've been trying to think of a name to name it, and with having a name significance, there you go.
Called Starscream.
That's like a Thame's Bane, but then that sounds really bad for Quarry and Asari relations. Yeah, I thought you guys might be interested in adding it to the fleet.
Oh, of course we would. Of course we would. Any ship is a good ship, and this looks like a particularly good ship. Looks in very good condition.
I've been cleaning it up since the Blood Pack had it.
I'm guessing Rose is still looking at all the videos that are being played on the.
No, Rose is probably tracking this conversation because she's sitting there going, "Thought he already arranged to sell them a ship." If
Yeah,
they were
me
just
too.
like, if they were like, "No, we don't really have the finances now," it's just like,
Yeah, I kind of thought you had too. Like,
No,
I've already mentioned this.
I didn't want to message them too much while they were on the fleet.
So, of course, you're wanting some sort of compensation for the ship, yes?
Well,
I mean, you've already given us your pilgrimage gift, so one would not expect us to just get it for free.
yeah, and it's not my ship.
Of
You
course,
can
of
understand.
course.
We took it as a group. It belongs to the Sidewinders
LLC.
LLC.
Did we? We did end up doing that in season 1, right? We bought out, registered as a limited liability corporation.
No,
I think we did that.
Our lawyer would have done it for us.
Ira.
Ira.
He's a good lawyer.
He's a good lawyer.
He's a
What's
slimy
his,
little...
his name is Ira.
Dude! That's spacist! It's the worst kind of discrimination, the kind against me.
Just gonna look up this. So your father can give you a... Because you haven't given him a price yet, so he's gonna throw a price.
No idea what to quote. $1 million.
I don't know, TL will know what we sort of get for them, so something around there. Would
actually, aren't you like a ship genius? Wouldn't you know the going rates for?
Well, like, you could roll into it, but me doesn't know what to start
Well,
at.
you've been through that ship inside and out, so you'd know its condition and how much
It
should
does
be
have
local.
some extra features that would have to be.
That's
the
a,
ailerons
useful.
move. Jesus.
so. And now you need to decide your loyalties on the side of your parents, and you try to lowball the price because that's what it should be, or is it like get maximal money? Sidewinder.
Well, he knows this money has to pay for his lab. Our lab
And-
and our ship are roughly the same price. Think about that. It also costs less to operate a ship than it does to use the lab. A lot less.
See, they're your parents. Any money you get out of them, that's basically your inheritance anyway.
Do Quarians have that?
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
I'm taking money from the fleet, so I'm sort of taking money from the Rayan. Fuck those guys.
If you don't get a good price, you give it a crappy name. You do get a good...
It's a cool name.
He's going to offer you... $250,000.
250,000. We could buy our own ship for... Oh.
And I just want to.
Tiala, is that a lot? Does that match up?
Yeah.
I just want to make a roll of some format to estimate what I think the.
He sounds Jewish, so he could be trying to us down.
Yeah. Just
Hush,
to
hush.
know what the value is before it has a weird, cool camo net that you'd probably turn into some kind of.
You know
Something else.
who's getting this ship. It's going to the fleet,
Yeah.
and it's a special hide on planets ship.
Oh no. I should never tell them about that. Should not tell them about that.
No, you sold it. You were selling it them with the idealistic hope that it was going to be used for a life ship, and they fucked you. They
Way
fucked
too
you
small
on
for
that.
a life ship.
It's going to be used for exactly what you think it's going to be used for.
No. What do I roll for? Ship stuff I guess at repair.
Of course it fucking is.
Unless you've got ship knowledge.
No,
which I'm
only
supposed
Logan
to
rolls
have.
up a
It's not a skill apparently. And I didn't think when I was starting to add more knowledges.
I would have thought you'd have ship knowledge. But
Or even Quarian.
Knowledge Quarian. A 36.
Jesus. I would have guessed it still would have been in the 20s.
So you're evaluating whether his price is...
Yeah, like it matches up to what I think the value of that ship might be.
Given its size and armor, yeah, I mean, you probably normally pay... you normally pay, like, buying a new one out of a shop. Not that you can buy these...
This model anymore.
But yeah. You'd probably be looking at 300,000, so...
But it has a neat feature I think I should bring up. It has this it's a deployable system for camouflaging. It probably only works without modification on ground, but you could use the system for something else. I don't know what. I was going to come up with some ideas before I remembered we were selling it. So do you think 260?
He rolled his TR.
My own son is trying to swindle me!
I have no son!
Would this
Logan.
would this also be
It doesn't even make sense for my
Repair?
character apparently anymore.
a
Whatever,
try to patch up
apparently.
this trade deal?
No!
Damn it!
There actually is a skill for
Because
this.
I rolled a 5. And without even looking, I have a 1 in whatever the skill is. Because it's charisma based and I've got no points in whatever it is.
I don't know. I'd have to see it.
Well,
And see how it worked.
Well, it's right here in port.
yeah, we have it in port. I flew it here actually, so I know it runs well. Might get approval from the dockyard before we deploy the system. But I'll take you guys to see it after dinner. And I can show you at least the outside of the Sentinel.
Very good then. I mean, that was a ballpark. I wouldn't say that. That's not a quarry.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get them on the Sentinel so they can be exposed to Trish. I just want to see a bunch of Quarians squick out.
That was an initial offer. I was going to have to see it to give you a final one. but-
Of course, it wouldn't be smart especially for a captain to.
Dude, just painted it black too, so it looks super slick.
Yep.
Even better.
It
stealth
looks
ship.
slimmer.
Even better
Did
for,
she-
for raiding civilian.
And that's the question, did she paint the camo net as well? No, because it worked to do it.
Yeah.
The camo net works fairly similarly to the material that Logan has purchased.
Oh, it's even better. That's just better.
Oh, it should look like
Oh,
anything.
sweet
So
Jesus.
you
You're
pass.
so big because we had a bunch of it.
No. The price he paid for, like, the few yards of it that he got,
That's
we're getting...
yeah. No, that's almost another 100,000 just because of the size of it.
sees the material, you could probably
There's
that price up
there's
a
a
lot.
scanner on the underside of the ship, and the idea is you hover over the terrain and scan it, and then it feeds the information into the
That's so
Into
fucking
the-
cool.
into the net or the cloth, and then it just
See that right there? That's a 50,000
Easily.
credit thing right there. I'm so fucking mad. I want that, but no.
what, you just take it out of the.
No.
We'll get our own one. It'll be cooler.
No, you still want the
We'll have
armor.
4 legs.
Yeah. With the Batmobile style armor, so that no one but like weird clowns can, for no good reason, get into.
Yeah. Which is us, isn't it?
I'm not going to make that kind of comment. I mean, I support our group and team.
You weird clowns, you.
Yeah.
So let's get your landing pin out.
Landing pin.
I'm doing it.
Okay, so Tiella and Rosa. I suppose you two are hanging around.
Oh, yeah. Just
Zalo's parents, or
for that bit, at least. So yeah, if you want to take your parents down to the ship, just make sure you get permission from the dockmasters as well. Just let Logan know what you're doing.
Of course. Out of interest, Pa, what did they say about my exile?
But both you and them have been incredibly vague.
So they didn't say anything.
They just claimed you were a traitor against our people and turned against your own unit. But there weren't any specifics.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be a bit weird? And you guys are
You
normally
didn't crash
very
it,
on point with your, especially when you are.
No.
Is that normal?
Well, I'm sure the Admiralty Board know more, but